You are listening to MileHighUnderground.com. This is the Wingman. Tuning in right now, you have a special treat. We have a guest in our studio. She's very beautiful, very fun. She's in line with herself. She's in line with the universe, and her name is Tiffany Ann Moreland. How you doing?
Good. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing today?
So tell us a bit about yourself, Tiffany.
Well, like you said, my name's Tiffany Ann Moreland. I'm 31 years old, and I'm from Houston, Texas. I'm out here actually on like a little mini tour with some other artists, and I'm not, I'm not getting paid really for the tour or anything, but I love music and I love expressing, myself, and art is the way to do that within, in my human form. So I just, came out here to promote my music, and I'm #1 in Austin on the radio, in Austin, Texas, and I have been for 2 of my songs. One is Taken, which actually was retired from the countdown in December of 2016, and now currently my song Dear Father is #1. So it's been a blessing, and I'm just happy to be here in Colorado. This is a great state. I want to move here. Yeah. But yeah, so that's what I do. My background, I've been in the entertainment business since I was 5. Actually, Shaka Khan is like my mom's best friend. So my little sister's godmother as well. So Shaka Khan was one of my inspirations. And so I've just always been performing, acting and modeling was mostly what I was doing, but I've always had music in the background, and I love that. So
yeah. Now, how would you classify your art? Like, is it pop? Is it...
I would say there is multiple. It's many different genres, I guess, because it's hard to say. I do talk about God. I'm very spiritual. I'm not, religious. I believe religion is man-made, and it's about the relationship. So I would say that it's like Christian electronic dance music is my first album, but I'm more of a bluesy soul singer. So it could be a cross between Madonna and like Janis Joplin, Adele. Yeah. So
yeah. So you're the whole package. You jump around all over the genres.
I think so. I'm here to save the world, help humanity.
Now, is that one song at a time or one album at a time?
Yeah, hopefully one song at a time, and then we get, to the whole piece of the pie.
Fair enough. Right on. Well, you mentioned Taken. That's definitely something that we're going to hop into right now.
Okay.
We're going to listen to Taken by Tiffany Ann Moreland. And like you said, it's different. So
it's my truth. So that's one of my testimonial songs. My mother, by the way, wasn't very happy when it got #1, but it is the truth, and she was saved, so it's good. Y'all enjoy.
MileHighUnderground.com.
Attention bands. Submit your MP3s at MileHighUnderground.com.
I've been waiting for this moment for a long time. Long time. This moment to occur, that is. Now it's finally here. Finally. It's been a lot of hard work and a lot of struggle. But it's all been worth it. With no pain, no gain. That's what Mama said. The only way I did it was through my Savior. Amen. Jesus Christ. Music is the only way to release this pain. I drive myself so insane. Father God, I'm on my knees in your praise. Lord, help me, guide me, give me strength. Music is the only way to release this pain. I drive myself so insane. Father God, I'm on my knees in your praise. Lord, help me, guide me, give me strength. Now here's a little story about a girl named Tiffany. Her mother got addicted and became a crack fiend. Her little sister went to a foster home. I tried to save him, but I couldn't dance it in a thong. So wrong. Everything around me just got so messed up. I didn't know what to do, so I turned to the drugs. But then I prayed every day till God showed me the way. He's made me a vessel to show you to have faith. So that's right. Anything you've done and can't be undone, remember that you were forgiven every day. Music is the only way to release this pain. I drive myself so insane. Father God, I'm on my knees in your praise. Lord, help me, guide me, give me strength. Music is the only way to release this pain. I drive myself so insane. Father God, I'm on my knees in your praise. Lord, help me, guide me, give me strength. Now let's bring it back. Yeah, for all those non-listeners and non-believers, for real, pay attention. Y'all pay attention. This is a lesson. we're just finally venturing separately. That's good. Things just kinda seem to work themselves out. Prayer was a big factor, don't you ever have a doubt. The Lord is giving strength. The Lord, yeah, He showed us the way. The Lord is giving us strength. The Lord, yeah, He's showing us the way. Music is the only way to release this pain. I drive myself so insane. Father God, I'm on my knees in your praise. Lord, help me, guide me, give me strength. Music is the only way to release this pain. I drive myself so insane. Father God, I'm on my knees in your praise. Lord, help me, guide me, give me strength. So you know what? Don't ever give up on your dream. Don't ever give up on, no matter how hard it seems, no matter how hard. Because with God, nothing is impossible. It's all possible.
Tiffany and Moreland coming at you with Taken. I mean, that was a hit.
Yeah.
Like, I like that, and it
Thank
was
you.
real too. Like, it talked about the issues you mentioned.
Yeah.
You know, you didn't hide anything. You were putting it all out there.
Yeah, you know, they say that the things that bother you the most that you don't want to talk about, you know, your testimonies, your life stories, that those are the things that you should talk about, because not only is it healing for yourself, but also for other people, because then, you know, maybe they have something that they went through similar, and, you know, you're helping them, and then it'll help them to, you know, tell their story.
Yeah, absolutely. It's actually funny that you should mention that. What I've been discovering lately is I need to be able to tell my story so that I can help other people tell their story.
Right.
So it's right along
Just-
those same
just
lines.
like
Like,
that,
you
yeah.
need to be able to help people,
Yeah.
and you can only do it by knowing yourself and
Yeah.
knowing your story.
And it could be shameful sometimes, but, you know, you just have to know that, you know, none of us are perfect. So we all have burdens and struggles and issues that we carry, and we've all been through it, and everybody's going through something, you know, somewhere. So you're not alone. So you just have to remember that, and just keep your faith. I mean, faith is, you know, and hope are the only things that have gotten me by. So it's been a true journey for me. I'm 31, but yet I feel like I've been here for thousands of years. So
Well, who knows? Maybe it's not your first life. You
yeah.
know? Ain't your first rodeo.
Yes, exactly. So I'm all about love and everything, and there's a lot of hate out there. So I just like to spread the love, you know?
Yeah. I think the world needs more positivity. There's too much negative stuff going on, too much hate,
Yeah.
people saying build walls, and I thought that we should be taking them down.
Yeah.
So,
I think it's also just too much TV. Like, maybe take a walk in nature, like, and get in touch with yourself, and you don't have to watch reality shows, just drama that you can actually a lot of that stuff can be stressing you out, and you don't even realize it, because it's you're just watching it 24/7. So there's subliminal messages you have to be careful with, and the news is one I don't even really bother with. If I used to watch like Democracy Now! And you know, Infowars. I used to watch that a lot.
yeah, how did that go?
Yeah, I don't watch that anymore. That was, you know, so it's just, you know, like I said, it just puts you into this fear mode. You don't want to live your life in fear. So
Right, it makes you feel like everything's wrong. There's no way it can be fixed.
Yeah.
Like, you have to do this or you have to do that, when life's pretty open to whatever you want it to be.
Right.
But it's, you know, you've got to make that choice.
Right. Yeah, I just, you know, I stay away from negative people, places, and things. And if I am in a negative situation, you know, I just try to find a way to get out. I mean, it's just not worth it. It's not worth the drama. And, you know, that can cause issues. You could get health issues from that. You know, the heart attack, stress can cause heart attack, all kinds of things. So
Yeah, you even mentioned reality TV shows. Those are one of the most poisonous things I think we have in our culture today.
yeah, I used to actually want to be on a reality show for my family, but now I'm not so sure, because, you know, it's just, I've seen it ruin people.
Yeah, and on top of that, half of it's scripted. It's not
Yeah,
really
well,
reality.
my mom always says Hollywood couldn't write a better script than our story. So I that's why I'm like, oh, I don't know. But yeah, our life is crazy. I mean, you know, Houston, actually my little sister, who's 25, she lives with me, and her 3 kids, so 8, 7, and a 3-year-old, and I have a 2-year-old. So it's been a craziness. She was going to join the military. She's now married to, you know, one of the vets. He's in the military. He's in the Army, and he's in Korea serving our country. So salute to our vets, and,
Big
all our
shout out
soldiers.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a couple vets who come through here. We love having them. One of our big ones was Military Brothers Radio.
Mm-hmm.
So big shout out to those guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shout out to all you out there serving our country.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for doing that.
And just out there doing your thing.
Mm-hmm.
keeping it real.
Yeah, actually, our program director over at Go Mile High is currently in the Air Force. So right now he's split on duty down in like Colorado Springs or something like that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah,
So
it's pretty
yeah,
cool.
y'all doing a great thing over here at the school. I love it.
All right, so tell us a little bit about your tour. Where else are you heading?
Tomorrow we'll be in Boulder performing out at Owsley's. Golden Road.
Golden Road.
Golden Road. Okay. So I don't have the exact set times, but it is an outdoor venue. I heard Boulder's pretty cool. So
Yeah, no, you should spend the entire day up there tomorrow. Just kind of
Yeah.
see what you can get into.
I'm excited. I mean, everywhere that I've been so far is beautiful here. So it's really nice. In Houston, we have a beach called, another city called Galveston, and it's like the porta potty of America, they say.
Oh,
But it's
jeez.
brown water. Yeah. It's really, this is refreshing to have some new air. I say that just Houston is polluted and populated. That's what it is.
Yeah, fair enough. Now here's the deal. You probably want to move here. It's a cool
Yes.
spot. But what you have to do is when you go home, you have to tell everyone you didn't like Colorado.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, you can't tell everyone that you loved it and it was full of
'Cause
cool people.
it'll be hater vibes,
yeah,
right?
because then everyone's going to start showing up.
Yeah, that's true. Everybody already is showing up over here.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
we
great.
recently found out that apparently marijuana is a big deal out here.
Oh, I
so-
know. It's like Bob Marley would say, legalize it. Yes, they should have done that. I mean, if they just did it across the country, I'm sure. I think everybody wouldn't be coming here.
Yeah, exactly. But hey, I mean, you got to have the stoner mecca, right?
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
I believe that God put that here for us. Just like any kind of herb or anything, you can't overuse something. So I just believe that, use as directed.
Fair enough. Apply liberally twice a day,
Yes,
right?
Exactly.
All right. So now we have another song. I wanted to ask you a couple questions about it. This one is Not of This World, is the title of the track.
Yes.
What is it about? What can we expect with this song?
It's more of like a bubbly pop song. Actually, I asked my producer to create a track for me because I normally produce music as well. So I would just send him the music that I've already created and he would remake the beats. Well, this one, I asked him to create one and then he gave me this little bubbly pop song and I was like, it's just like a happy song. He's like, well, you need to be happy sometimes. I was like, okay. So really, it took me a while. It took me like a month and a half to write the song, just to sit down. And I went through all my old lyrics and just started piecing things together and just, it's called Not of This World. So it's, I'm not of this world, I feel like. So I just, I'm talking also just about humanity and love and, God, spirituality in a way, like I always do. And I'm not trying to ever convert anybody. I just know that, where I've been in my life, that's what has gotten me through. So that's kind of what it's about. And it's also just about people waking up. The rap, you'll hear that part, you'll see.
Nice. Now, you said it took you about a month and a half to write this song.
Mm-hmm.
That's obviously not typical.
No.
What's typical for a song for you?
I mean, I can write a song like Dear Father that's number one on the countdown, or number in Austin right now on 88.7 Kazi FM. It took me like 15 minutes because I was angry. And that was the supposed Sandy Hook shooting, but apparently it was a hoax. I don't know. But yeah, I wrote that in 15 minutes and then I did the beat in about 20 minutes. So, I mean, this one was harder for me because I had to find like a happy place in a way too, because the beat is just the way it was. And I just wanted to get a message out there at the same time, plus all the 4 children and everything else at the house. So it's so much
Yeah.
going on. So yeah, that's why it took me so long. I just really had to like get, in tune with my body and myself and go to the beach and just, even though it's brown water, I still had to sit there and listen to the waves and just get in tune and just, and then
Smell
I did
the
it.
sea air.
And then it came naturally after that. It wasn't that hard.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So, Not of This World by Tiffany and Moreland right here on milehighunderground.com.
Not of this world to see, infinite distant galaxy, universe, planets, stars align, constant fate.
Revelations demonstrate, correlate, resonate, populate, no more hate. Parallel dimensions, time for my ascension to relax around suspension. Feel dimension, don't twist it. Forget the fame, giving God all the glory, not afraid to speak his holy names. Jesus, hallelujah, believe. Work within so I can lead. Revolution, restitution, illusions, government institutions. What purpose do you serve? Truth revealed, yeah. I'm not of this world.
Not of this world, you see. Infinite, distant galaxy. Universe, planets, stars align. Constant faith in my purpose divine to shine. Not of this world, you see. Infinite, distant galaxy. Universe, planets, stars align. Constant faith in my purpose divine to shine. One by one, we step through the door with greater faith than we had before. Believing in our heart, no doubt it's so real. Victory, knowing truth, God's presence revealed. Not of this world, you see. Infinite, distant galaxy. Universe, planets, stars align. Constant faith in my purpose divine to shine. Not of this world, you see. Infinite, distant galaxy. Universe, planets, stars align. Constant faith in my purpose divine to shine.
Hi, this is Jamie McMurray here for RAD, the entertainment industry's voice for road safety. Want to make a difference? It's simple. Be responsible. Plan ahead. Designate before you celebrate. Friends don't let friends drive drunk.
A public service message brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation, RAD, the National Association of Broadcasters, and the Ad Council.
The odds of having a boy who grows up loving baseball,
1 in 6.
which earns him a college scholarship,
1 in 2,500.
that gets him a contract in the minors,
1 in 3,700.
which leads to starting shortstop in the majors.
1 in 290,000.
The odds of having a child diagnosed with autism,
1 in 150. You know the odds. Now learn the signs. Go to autismspeaks.org. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Dreams are like stars. You may never reach them, but if you follow them, honey, they will lead you to your destiny. Dreams are like stars. You may never reach them, but if you follow them, honey, they will lead you to your destiny. Truth, follow the dreams God put in your heart. Forget the naysayers, it'll tear you apart. Dreams are like stars. Sky is the limit, fly so go far. Touchdown, Mars applause. Star on the boulevard. VIP, fancy ring, fast cars. Billboard #1, unlimited funds. Too good to be true, the next hit run. Humanity, oh, what's with me? I'm a narcissist, you see. Fame, fortune, worldly, that's you, not me. Serenity, God release. Free us from these chains that bind. Vines and wine, spiritual life defined. Manifestation, man of God, opposite of facade. Blink your eyes, it's no mirage. Doctor, emergency, operate. Overload, malfunction of the membrane. Top side, red, overdose, crazy. Locked behind bars in my mental prison. Dreams evolve to a nightmare living. Driven to succeed, praying on her vibration, intervene false, must stay back on course. Daydreaming about this life, trouble, struggle, strife, despite running this race, victory, fight, ropers penetrate the mic. Auto-tune on notes just right, pressure intense, yeah, it's building. Discern spiritual battles, stack the killing. Alarm ringing, popping pills, smoking cigs. What happened? Picture what living, head spinning, clock ticking. Must have hit snooze button again. Grab the ping, copyright publishing. Imagine, envision God's recognition. Doctor, emergency, operate. Overload, malfunction of the membrane. Autopsy, red, overdose, crazy. Locked behind bars in my mental prison. Dreams evolve to a nightmare living. Driven to succeed, praying on your knees to see. Dreams are like stars, you may never reach them, but if you follow them, honey, they will lead you to your destiny. Dreams are like stars, you may never reach them, but if you follow them, honey, they will lead you to your destiny. Humanity, humanity, what's with all the vanity? Material world does nothing. Don't you know people are suffering? Humanity, humanity, what's with all the vanity? Material world does nothing. Don't you know people are suffering? Humanity, humanity, what's with all the vanity? Material world does nothing. Don't you know people are suffering? Humanity, humanity, what's with all the vanity? Material world does nothing. Don't you know people are suffering? Dreams are like stars, are like stars, never reach them, but if you follow them, honey, they will lead you to your destiny. Dreams are like stars, they never reach them, but if you follow them, honey, they will lead you to your destiny. That's right.
Dreams Are Like Stars by Tiffany and Moreland here on MileHighUnderground.com. I'm enjoying your music, you know? Yeah, it's got a nice feel, and each track is different, you know? Like, it's not repetitive, it's not the same stuff you hear every day, and I wouldn't get tired of listening to it. I like that. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Dreams Are Like Stars, actually, I wrote that, the beat as well, and then I've just done to remake it, but it was, originally, what inspired me was this picture on the wall, and it just said something about dreams are like stars, and I just added that little extra piece to it. But originally I was also talking about the industry, the music industry, about certain artists, about, you know, their image and, you know, how they're, you know, I guess how they're looking to, you know, children and other, you know, other individuals, just because, you know, they just, the way that they're just exploiting this so more these days, and the female artists, some of them aren't wearing a lot of clothes, and I just think that now the Halloween outfits are getting a little bit too, you know, risque for age groups. I just think that music needs to have a message, and you make people think, you know, like open their eyes, and just, you know, you don't have to always you don't have to cuss in your music, or, you know, I actually use a rhyming thesaurus sometimes just to get, you know, little words here and there, because knowledge is power. You can always continue to learn and educate yourself. So I just think that, you know, for those artists out there that are, you know, recording or whatever, and get to throw up that cuss word every now and then, I mean, sometimes maybe it's just a second guess and go back and look and see if you find something else. I mean, sometimes I guess it could be necessary, but that's just my view on it. I think it brings a lot of hate sometimes whenever you're cussing and saying derogatory things. So, not just
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. You do have to have that message. You do have to be able to, you know, say what you're going to say, and, you know, not say the wrong thing, and still get the message out to people who need to hear it. I mean, that's one of the toughest parts, right?
And I'm actually in part of the Dreams Like Stars song, and it says doctor emergency operate overload malfunction of the membrane, and it's actually talking about my mind, because I have all these like lyrics and like words about, that I always want to get out, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm so crazy. But so I try to keep it real, and I'm always open to people's opinion and criticism. You have to take everything also with a grain of salt, to each his own as well.
Yeah, for some reason that mic is freaking out, so I'm going to have you talk on number 3 for me. Yeah, you picked up immediately now.
Good.
Yeah, no, I like hearing you. I like hearing your voice. So keep talking.
Cool. Okay.
Tell me about your gig tomorrow.
So it's an outdoor venue. Like I said, I don't know too much about it. I've never been to Boulder, but apparently it's a pretty good gig. And, so I didn't have anybody come out here, and I didn't have a fan base in Colorado yet, even though the radio station that I'm on in Austin is, internet radio as well, and it streams all over the world. I just still didn't really have that fan base or the funds to cover others to come with me. So I was out here, by myself, and I just wanted to, talk to people, and I just been, meet and greeting them. I have these little wristbands, that I have kind of like the Armstrong ones, and it has my album name on there, Truth Train Revealed, and the link on the inside. So people can go check me out. If you just Google my name, Tiffany Ann Moreland, TiffanyAnnMoreland, you can, find me out there on Facebook or SoundCloud and CD Baby, iTunes, and so.
Yeah, actually, I'm wearing 2 of your wristbands right now because I support.
Yeah, thank you. Play more where that came from.
Yeah, no doubt. We got a couple that we'll have here for you. We'll pass them out to some of the people that roll through. But you may not have had a Colorado following before, but hopefully you'll have one now.
Hopefully.
Hopefully we'll start making that impact for you because,
that'd be a blessing.
you're an artist, you work hard, and we respect that.
Yep, and I respect all those artists out there working hard, because it is a cutthroat business. And any avenue you're in, I believe in the entertainment business, it's cutthroat. So just keep on pushing. Don't give up on your dreams.
Now, if there was one thing that you wanted people to take away from your music, what would it be?
Just to follow the dreams, that God put in your heart, and just to try to be a positive role model, to not only to your children, but just to remember that somebody is always watching out there or listening, and just to make sure that, your integrity, just, keep it real, keep it 100, and don't sugarcoat things, and just don't lie. Because, they say a liar is a cheater and a cheater is a thief. So keep it 100 with everybody in your life, and you'll see that you'll just feel better about yourself because you're honest. So and I've never been more honest than I have been in my life now, and a lot of people don't like what I have to say, but I'm not gonna hold back because it'll be heavy on my heart.
Right.
So and I love going into debates with people. So if I offend you, we can sit there and debate about it, and we'll make it work out. But so that's just that would be one thing to take, is just make sure that you're doing something positive in your life, and if it's not, then see how you can change that. You have to write it down. Sometimes you have to write down your plan. My dad made me do that, and I never wanted to write it down. But if you write down your 2-year, 5-year, 10-year plan and see where you want to be at, it actually helps. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
Helps you kind of keep everything in perspective. See what your next step is.
Got to write it down, especially when you get older. You start forgetting things.
Oh, I still forget things. I forgot things when I was young.
Yeah.
So what's one of your greatest memories about singing that you have?
I have actually a funny memory from South by Southwest in Austin this year. It was a great memory, but thankfully to Christina Aguilera's masterclass training I took, I played it off very well, but my microphone they gave me didn't fit in the clip, when I was at the performing, and it like flipped out and hit me in the face pretty much, and I just laughed it off and picked it up, and I was like, oh my God. But that was actually humorous, and I think that was what first came to my mind. But I guess like my greatest memory is like whenever, actually the other night when I performed, and this woman came up to me and gave me a hug and told me that I really, helped her get through just her night because she was going through something, and helped her to open her eyes. And so that really encouraged me to continue to, to keep moving forward, because it's been a battle.
Yeah. All you need to do is change one person's night, and
right.
you did.
Yeah.
So
it made me cry. I'm a big crybaby, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What are some things that make you cry?
I mean, it could be like a little commercial or something. One time it was a commercial. I didn't even know it was a commercial, but just anything just that touches my heart. I love children and animals, and I can't stand to see them, get hurt. But I'm just an emotional person. I love hard, and and I take everything with love. So I mean, I could just see somebody, you know, in pain and it'll make me want to tear up. So it's just anything.
Yeah, for sure. No, I get what you mean about the commercials though. There's this one that always sticks out in my mind. Like, it's so hard. Every time I see it, I'm like, don't do it, don't do it. It's the commercial where the guy is like riding the subway and he sees adopt a dog, and then he gets followed by the dog.
Yeah.
And so then, like, you know, this kid's like, oh, I'm not gonna be able to graduate high school, and so then all of a sudden the kid's there, and so like everywhere he goes, like someone else follows around that needs help.
Yeah.
And then at the end, it's just like, oh, you know, here's how you can help. You know, just like go into your local neighborhood. And every time I see that, I'm just like, oh, don't do it. Oh, gosh.
Well, speaking of help, that's the thing about these days. I always say that you can tell a lot by a person, or you can tell a lot about yourself is by the way you drive on the road. Because, I mean, wow, like, I don't think it's as bad as here as it is in Houston, because we're very populated. And but if people won't let you over and they're so angry, it's just like angry drivers, you know, get off the road or something. But I mean, you know, people helping each other is what, you know, while we're here, humanity, you know, I scratch, you know, your back, you scratch mine kind of thing. So I want to help people as well. So you just made me think of that when you were talking about help. So, you know, going to other countries and do mission work is something I really want to do to help children. Because I try to help adults, but they don't. Apparently when you help adults, it just kind of backfires sometimes. So you just kind of let them help themselves. And then, you know.
Yeah.
So.
Once someone becomes an adult, it's the old idiom, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink.
And that's like the third time I heard that this month.
This
so,
month, yeah. Same concept as if you hear a word, you'll hear it again in 24 hours, like a new word.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just one of those things that just, it's true. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
So.
Unfortunately, I can't save the world. I'm not like, you know, beauty pageant queen, you know, just world peace. But it's cliche, but I do want, you know, to help people and just show, because whenever I'm divorced now, but when I got married in Jamaica, and I actually was going to move there to do mission work, but obviously that didn't pan out. But I mean, it's just when you see the way that they, you know, their country, how humble they are, it really makes you think about how blessed we are when you come back to America and you see, you know, what we have, because it's not the same. So
no, we have very many luxuries. We have a bunch of luxuries available at our fingertips.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, not everyone can afford them. You know, not everyone has availability to it. But I mean, we're a very blessed country nonetheless.
Yeah.
So the goal is to try and get some people those necessities, you know, those luxuries, the things that can really help them out.
Yeah, that's one thing I wanted to do too, is just like maybe, and then it might make people angry, but I wanted to talk to, you know, celebrities and, you know, maybe even Trump, you know, who knows. But I'm saying, and ask to just like give more, because I mean, there shouldn't be world hunger out there. There's no reason for us to be having these crazy shows with making massive pancakes and feeding all these people. But like, what do they do with it afterwards? That was one of my questions. Do y'all just throw all this food out, you know? So
Right. What, you made 1,200 pancakes, but only 800 got eaten. What'd you do with the 400?
So you know, it's sad. It is sad. So, but you know, we just have to continue to, you know, each positive act that you can do a day can, you know, is contagious. So just continue to try to be positive and helping one another, because you never know what that person's going through, you know.
Right. If you actually sit down and have a conversation with most people and get in depth, more than just the surface talk, like, oh, how are you doing? You'll find, you know, a lot of people aren't doing so well. They need a lot of help. They need to laugh and to smile. Sometimes that's all you can do for them, but you need to have that conversation. You need to figure out what makes someone tick, where they're at, you know.
Right. I agree.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, hey, thank you so much for joining us today on MileHighUnderground.com. This is Tiffany and Moreland. You got a good smile on right now.
Thank you.
It reflects very much the positivity you're trying to put out with your music. So
thank you so much.
We're going to finish it up with Taken, but what I'm going to do is actually set up your entire EP, or your album, sorry, your entire album in order, and we'll listen to the whole thing, at least all the clips that we have. And, you know, that way people can hear a little bit more of your music.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you. Thank you all for tuning in.
Again, check her out tomorrow up in Boulder. Name of the venue again?
Owsley's.
And look her up on YouTube. Thanks for coming out, Tiffany. We appreciate you.
Thank you. I appreciate you too, Matt. Thanks.
Tiffany and Moreland on MileHighUnderground.com.
I've been waiting for this moment for a long time. This moment to occur, that is. Now it's finally here. Finally.